So I was pondering the story in John 5. There was a lame man who was laying by the pool of Bethesda, and he had been sick for 38 years. 38 years he was lame. And on the Sabbath, he was lying by the pool of Bethesda, and Jesus comes to him and he says, "Do you want to be made well? Do you want to be made well?" Can you imagine what a welcome sight it was to see Jesus coming to him, his Savior, asking him, "Do you want to be made well?" He didn't have to go to Jesus. He couldn't go to Jesus. He was lame. And I was thinking that sometimes in our weakness, we are unable to come to Jesus. We are lame. We are paralyzed. But because he loves us so much, he comes to us. He seeks us out. And his first question is, do you want to be made well? Friends, do you want to be made well? We are all lame and paralyzed from the hold that sin has in our lives. Each one of us, we're all sick. I don't know what paralyzes you, whether it's doubt or fear or low self-esteem or a lustful heart or whatever it is, whatever is paralyzing you, you have to answer that question. But we all have the ability to choose. This question has been posed to us, and Jesus wants us to choose to love him. He has given us the choice. He has already chosen to love us, but we have to choose to love him. He's not going to force anyone's hand. And he still asks us this question, do you want to be made well? And then Jesus said, "Rise, take up your bed and walk." And immediately the man took up his bed and he was healed and he walked. What a beautiful miracle. But the next thing that happens is just astounding, because here you have this fantastic thing that just happened to this lame man. And instead of seeing this beautiful miracle, the Jewish leaders looked at this man and they said, "It's not lawful for you to carry your bed on the Sabbath." What? They didn't see the beautiful miracle for what it was. And I think oftentimes we miss the miracle too, because we're busy nitpicking over silly little things that don't really have any consequence and that don't really matter. So I don't want to miss the miracle. And I'm also asking myself this question: do you want to be made well? And for me, the answer is yes. And after Jesus asked that question, the man had to wait for instructions, but then he had to act on what Jesus said. And Jesus said, "Take up your bed and walk." So after we answer that question, do you want to be made well? You have to move into action and listen to what Jesus is telling you to do. So friends, I pray that you will think about that question. Do you want to be made well and come into a life more abundant? Because that's what Christ has done for us. He's come so that we can have life and so that we can have it more abundantly. I miss you, and I hope you have a fantastic week.